Hey guys, welcome to the first ever Turn Back Time Tuesdays, where I'm going to rewind time and we're going to go back to the 2nd, 3rd century BCE, and we're going to find things of interest from Canaan or that was inspired by Canaan. And today, since we just had Mother's Day, why not talk about Asherah, Athirat? Well, this inscription, this votive, comes from Yemen. It's in Minaic, and it has a dedicatory script that says, ʿAmmyadaʿ, son of Yathiĉkarib, has sworn the oath of Athirat of Ilb with the offering of purities. I'm going to repeat that one more time. So this limestone dedicatory votive has written on it, ʔAmmyadaʔ, that's the name of the person who's writing the inscription, or who the inscription is for, son of Yathi�karib, has sworn the oath of Athirat of Ilb with the offering of purities. The Ilb tree, what a fitting tree. It has beautiful shade, great for boundaries. It has fruit that you can eat. It grows in the desert. It provides medicinal properties to people. So it has very deep-rooted cultural traditions, this tree. And Athirat of Ilb is associated with this tree. How amazing. Now, on this votive also is an Ibex. And if you've seen, I'm gonna pop stuff up here right now because it's just easier. If you've seen some of the inscriptions that I've showed you before, like the Lachish ewer or the Lachish, the ewer and the goblet, they have Ibexes on them. Ibexes just seem to be synonymous with Asherah for some reason. Well, she is the goddess of creatures. That's one of her titles. Kaniat Elim, creatress goddess. One of her other titles is Rabat Hawat Alat, the great life-giving goddess. And this tree in a desert would be life-giving. It would be something welcome. It would be a place where you could gather with people. Trees were seen as sacred. Where the trees was a sacred place. Some scholars believe that Athirat or Asherah has some kind of relation to a holy place, like that might be what her name means. We don't really know exactly, but that's kind of what scholars are thinking. What else about this? So this was found, this limestone votive was found in what is now known as Yemen. It is Minaic. And how interesting is it that this is not a part of Canaan, but Athirat in the 3rd century to 2nd century BCE has a votive with her name inscribed on it, when we have been told, right, us believers were told that this mother goddess, she was wiped out in like the 5th century BCE, maybe even as late or early, if you will, as the 7th century BCE and 6 with Josiah's reforms. No. I cannot believe it. With all the information that I've dug up from just a little bit of research, there are so many inscriptions. There's papyri with her name still on it. Only couple hundred years before Jesus existed. And you don't think that there's some kind of cross-cultural transmission happening there as well, with all the mother imagery and the Sophia wisdom imagery, the dove coming from the sky saying, "This is my son." Doves are also symbols of Asherah, Athirat. There is a small, I'll pop this up too. There's, what is it called? I can't remember. A naus. It's called a naus, which is like a miniature temple or shrine, I guess I should say, that you would place in your home for folk religion. And then you could put your little votives and stuff on there so you didn't have to go to a temple. I mean, people don't have cars. They don't have horses. They don't have donkeys. They're not just riding somewhere because they got to go to the temple. Hey guys, I got to go to the temple. I'll be back in 10 days. No, I mean, they're doing this stuff. They're worshiping at home. Now, this object, oh man, I'm talking so much. I hope that y'all are following along. This object in particular was likely a cultic object. We don't know where it was found. They don't know where it was found. It's just at the British Museum. Christie's bought it or whatever. Of course, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know where it was found, but more than likely it's not a folk object. This is part of a cultic object, something that would have been put at the temple. So from this oath, which you can see is the person. So the person says, "I, Ryan, son of," or well, I'm daughter. I, Ryan, daughter of Athirat, do this thing, and I offer this thing. So he swore an oath to Athirat, and he gave an offering of purities. It's marked now with this votive. This votive was possibly left at the temple. That's what I would assume. It's left at the temple as a symbol of, so people, when people see it, they know what you're doing. You see it, you remember what you're doing, you remember your oath, and you know, cool, whatever. Okay, there's not really much that I have to say other than, does this say that Asherah, Athirat, was worshipped the exact same way as she was in Ugarit or as she was in Palestine? No, that's not at all what I'm saying. But you cannot say that about Yahweh either. Like the inscriptions with Anat Yahu, Yahu meaning Yahweh, is that the same Yahweh? Is it really, when it's a different cult? It's a different system? Same God, but worship differently? You tell me. That's something that y'all would have to decide, especially the people who are very orthodox and traditional. What's orthodoxy? What's traditional? You tell me. But what it signifies is that this archetypal mother goddess was so powerful, influential, that throughout Canaan and beyond, her wonders, her titles, her epithets, her powers, her abilities traveled with her, inspired other cultures. And I think that's incredible. Now, where it began, where it ended, it's hard to say. Don't know yet, but I'm going to do my best to uncover as much as I can. So y'all tell me what you think. I hope I didn't leave anything out. You know, being an atheist, being agnostic, I still think it's really important to uncover the truth, to fight apologetics, to fight bad biblical literacy. Really, you know, all the pejoratives about Asherah in the Bible, Athirat in the Bible, it's just misogyny. It's nothing to do with orthodoxy. Again, what is orthodoxy? What is traditional? You tell me. But her importance traveled across hundreds and thousands of miles, and even to this day, she still cannot be wiped out. So as much as she was erased by scholars, scribes, apologetics, books, stories, here she is, despite all that. How powerful is that? All right, I love you guys so much. Remember to stay curious, because curiosity cured the cat. And I will see you next time.